Hello everybody, it's Colleen again and I'm finally back. So what I wanted to show you today is how I trim my hair in between actual professional hair cuttings. I get a professional haircut once to twice a year because my hair grows really slowly, so I don't have to go very often. So I like to trim my hair in between time because I want my hair to look nice, and oftentimes layered hair gets messed up after a couple of months. So I like to trim up my layers, and I also like to trim up my bangs, and I'm just going to show you how I do that. I suggest that you only do this if you're very confident, because once you mess up your hair, sure it grows back, but you'll have to take the time for it to grow back. So I just suggest that you're really careful when you work with your own hair and to try this at your own risk. I just wanted to show you how I do it. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on the front wispy layers, is what I like to call them. So I just take my hair straight down the middle. And I never actually like to part my hair down the middle when I'm styling my hair, but it's a good idea to part it down the middle when you're trimming your hair. And there we go. Okay. I like my layers to begin at my chin, and as you can see, they've grown out just a little bit past my chin. So I'm going to be taking off about an inch of hair all the way down. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to wet it. So I want my hair to lay flat. You can also use a spray bottle if you want, but I don't want my hair to be too wet, so I'm just going to use a damp brush. You can see my hair is laying flat. Then I'm going to take a pair of scissors that are meant for cutting hair. And like I said, I start where my chin is. So I grab a section of hair, I begin at the chin, and I start to cut in, but as I cut in, I also move down. And as you can see, I do it very slowly and a little bit at a time, so if I mess it up, it'll blend in. See, there's not much that came off. And you can see how the layers work here. But I'll just keep going until I get the effect that I'm looking for. When I'm done with the initial cut, then I go back through and I make individual snips where I think things are out of place. Like right here, you see how this section seems kind of out of place. So what I'll do is comb out the hair and look at it. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, some of these pieces are sticking out and they don't look like they're cut in a straight line. So I'll go back and snip those off. You want everything to look well blended, so. And there you have it. I'm done with this side of my face. And you can see that it goes all the way down. This is what I call wispy layers. Now we can move on to the other side. Now whatever handed you are, I'm right-handed, so the right side of my head is going to be a lot more difficult to do. If you're left-handed, the left side will be much more difficult. So you have to be even more careful. If you want, you can actually ask somebody to do the other side. This will probably end up being easier for you that way. Also, for those of you who don't want to wet their hair, you can also flat iron your hair. Or you can trim your hair right after getting out of the shower, which is what I usually do. But I didn't realize how bad my hair needed to trim until after I blow dried my hair, so. Now you want the two sides to start at the same place, so you see how this one starts right at my chin. This side has to do the same. As you can see, this one starts all the way down here. So, like I said, this side is more challenging. You'll have to go a little bit at a time. And you'll be going outward like this, which is much more difficult to control. Like I said before, just go a little bit at a time, so if something messes up, it still blends in. Don't try to attack too much. Alright, now you have the other side. Now one thing to notice when I'm cutting, I never cut straight through. I go a little bit at a time. So you see the scissors, they go snip, 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 snip. Never ever just go whoosh all the way across. So you're going to end up with something that's uneven, because as you cut hair, it moves to the side. I don't know if you've ever tried to cut your own hair, but the scissors will move it to the side, and then you'll end up with it, instead of a straight line, a cut that goes lower and lower. So make sure you just go little snips at a time. So there you have the wispy layers in the front. Let me move these so you can see it. They just go down increasingly. So that one, that one, that one, all the way down. There. You can see how it looks as it goes down.